our correspondent Tavleen Singh. Mr. Rai, to take a look at this entire case now, one case that has taken so long, the victims are still suffering till date, and what the convicts get is a mere 2-year-long jail term. Now, doesn't it really, diminish one's faith in the judicial system as well?
Who has faith in this system? I tell you, don't ask me such questions, because this is the situation all over in any big cases, where the government and the ministers and senior people are involved. Things must. Can you name one minister or big bureaucrat who's ever been punished in this country? Who's got faith in the system? Nobody. And that's why people like Anna Hazare are getting up and people are joining all over the country. Nobody has got the faith in this system anymore. It's meant only for rich people to, turn around things to their convenience.
Right. In fact, as you mentioned, there was another case of Amar Singh that came up in court today, but the court has allowed all those tapes to be out in public, and those tapes, as you're mentioning, also implicate some in the judiciary as well. So essentially you're saying the whole system is corrupt. So would you say then a new law is needed to look into such man-made disasters, because a country hasn't got any law like that which gives harsh punishment? It has no law. So time for a new law then?
Are you asking me?
Yes, sir.
Well, you see, our laws were basically created by the British for those period how they would like to rule the slaves, and those laws still continue to be there. So obviously, as I said, the overall system has to be cleaned up and new system has to be put in place, laws have to be changed, and even Gita, Bible and Quran has to be rewritten for new generations to understand who we are.
Right. That's an interesting point that you made, sir. But if you had to just give us, sum up your reaction on what's happened in the Supreme Court today, if you could just sum it up for us and give us your reaction and your hopes, what would you say? Any words of encouragement for the victims of Bhopal gas tragedy at this point, or you think there's nothing left in this case?
Basically, I'll say nothing is left in this case, and the cases will drag on in the lower courts. Same people will play the same game, and the CBI's cases may not have the strength in them to punish anybody more than they've been punished or whatever. And everybody, those who are rich enough, they can buy the system, they can buy everything, So this will go on, and the poor, the struggle of the poor will go on. The NGOs will have enough to cry about.
Right.
And nothing will come out of it seriously, because it's too late in the day. And the damage has been done. Enough people have died. It's not like 9/11, within few months millions of compensation was given to the families,
Mr. Raghu Rai, very, very interesting points coming out from you. Of course, this indeed is setback for the victims, but I'd like you to please stay on with us for just a bit longer. So do I request Tavleen to stay with us. We're slipping into a very short break, but we'll continue to be on top of this big breaking story right here on NewsX.
ज्वेलरी, प्यार का एहसास, गहनों का रिवाज।
The IPL is back with all the glamour, drama, action and loads of aggression. Catch all the IPL action right here. Join Javadal Srinath, Rohan Gavaskar, Akash Chopra, Ayaz Memon, Shamudas Gupta and Mayanti Langer on Clash of the Titans in the ultimate sports show at these times on NewsX. is brought to you by MTS. Stay ahead with the new MTS Pulse from HTC. MTS, a step ahead. IIPM ranked amongst top 5 B schools in India and number 1 in global exposure. And Tata Manza, a class apart.
Now you got me thinking, why do I make movies? I think basic सवाल यही है कि मैं पिक्चर क्यों बनाता हूँ? Why the hell am I making movies and why I am not playing cricket for my country? Correct. Or football for my country, or why I am not a businessman doing something else, flying an aeroplane or a fighter plane. Of course, I want to make entertaining films because the reason to make movies is entertainment. But entertainment के नाम पे we should not shortchange morality.
Diamond engagement ring by Tata Mas. Celebrate always.
IPL action with me, Mayanti Langer, on Clash of the Titans in the ultimate sports show, only on NewsX.
Is brought to you by MTS. Stay ahead with the new MTS Pulse from HTC. MTS, a step ahead. IIPM ranked amongst top 5 B schools in India and number 1 in global exposure. And Tata Manza, a class apart.
The Supreme Court strikes down the Allahabad High Court's verdict on the Babri Masjid title suit.
एक तो उन्होंने ऑपरेशन ऑफ द जजमेंट स्टे कर दिया, तो इसके से जो प्रोसीडिंग वहाँ चल रही थी हाई कोर्ट में, अब वो स्टे हो गई.
Observing that the High Court's judgment was strange, surprising and created a fog-like situation, Supreme Court's order could only take things back to square one.
When performance matters and practicality counts, a new beginning unfolds. Get geared and fuel your passion for living cars. A show for real car users who like utility and not just the excitement and fun. So tune into Living Cars at these times on NewsX.
And cut it!
I believe that every day is a test where I have to prove myself. That destiny and hard work, they go hand in hand. It doesn't matter where you come from, as long as you believe in yourself. I believe in me.
Asmi, for the woman of spirit.
The IPL is back with all the glamour, drama, action and loads of aggression. Catch all the IPL action right here. Join Javadal Srinath, Rohan Gavaskar, Akash Chopra, Ayaz Memon, Shamudas Gupta and Mayanti Langer on Clash of the Titans in the ultimate sports show at these times on NewsX. Is brought to you by MTS. Stay ahead with the new MTS Pulse from HTC. MTS, a step ahead. IIPM ranked amongst top 5 B schools in India and number 1 in global exposure. And Tata Manza, a class apart.
Technology is constantly surprising you. We just make sure it will be for the best. Gadget reviews, technology updates on Tech and You at these times on NewsX.
Setback for the Bhopal gas victims as the Supreme Court dismisses CBI's plea to reopen the case.
Big blow to Amar Singh. Supreme Court lifts the gag order on media. Now Amar Singh's controversial tapped conversations could be made public. NewsXC voter exit polls are out. Mamata is heading for a landslide victory. Jayalalitha is set for a clear majority. Congress-led UDF on the way to victory in Kerala. More proof of Pakistan linked to the 26/11 Mumbai attacks. A cover of the GPS system used by terrorists located in a Karachi home believed to be the control room of 26/11 operations. Rahul Gandhi reaches the epicenter of farmers' agitation before dawn breaks, tries to turn the agitation into Mayawati's Shingur moment. And Shane warns a final home match today as Rajasthan Royals take on Royal Challengers Bangalore. Good afternoon, you're with News 6 at 12. I'm Akshay Tandon. The Supreme Court has pronounced verdict in two major cases today. The Bhopal gas victims got a big setback as the CBI's plea to reopen the case was dismissed. Also, the Apex Court gave a crucial decision by lifting the gag order on media on airing the controversial Amar Singh tapped conversations public. It is said to have contained controversial conversations with politicians, industrialists and also some Bollywood actors. Right, beginning with the first top story, well, it is a big setback for Bhopal gas victims waiting for justice as the Supreme Court dismisses CBI's plea, asking for a retrial and seeking a review of its 1996 judgment that had diluted charges against the accused. The Apex Court said that there was no satisfactory explanation given by the CBI and MP government on filing curative petition after a lapse of 14 years.
On the ground that CBI moved this petition after 14 years and no ground was made out for invoking the curative jurisdiction. They have also said 1996 judgment was correct. There was nothing wrong in 1996 judgment and it was a wrong understanding or misreading of the judgment by the trial court, and this misreading or wrong reading of the judgment can be corrected by the higher court, that is now before the Sessions Court, where appeal and revision are pending. And as far as the victims are concerned, what they have got in the entire thing is that the accused have been let off on a minor kind of punishment or negligence.
But at the same time, the court has said that he has actually modified the 1996 statement, saying that there was no impediment on the court, on the CJM, to enhance charges based on the evidence before the court. In fact, on 26 April 2010, we had filed a petition under 216 CRPC. That is, that the CJM had enough powers to enhance the charges based on the evidence before him.
Well, to take this story forward, let's go across to our colleagues. We have with us Tavleen Singh, who's joining us from the Supreme Court. And we also have eminent journalist Mr. Raghu Rai joining us live at the moment. Before I come to you, Mr. Rai, let's just go across to Tavleen and figure out, Tavleen, the Supreme Court coming down very heavily on the CBI today. Take us through the developments.
The Supreme Court clearly dismissed the CBI's curative petition today, stating that why have they taken such a long time when the judgment had come in 1996? Why 15 long years before they filed a curative petition? In fact, even in the course of hearing, when the curative petition was being heard from April 13, the one question that they were talking about was the maintainability of the curative petition that was filed by the CBI, stating that why weren't revision petitions filed in the course of the time in the Supreme Court? Why are they coming out now? So even today, they said the explanation that was given in the judgment, Supreme Court has clearly said the explanation that was given by the CBI was not at all satisfactory, which is why the petition has to be dismissed. But they said that you have to take it on record that this particular judgment on the curative petition, dismissing the curative petition, will have no impact on the revision petitions, the review petitions that have been filed in various other courts, in Madhya Pradesh lower courts as well. So it is a big blow for the CBI, if we have to say, but for the victims, as far as the victims are concerned, now they can go ahead with the trial, because the court has clearly said the trial can continue in the lower courts per se.
Right, Tavleen, stay with us. I will come back to you in just a bit. Let's get a perspective and an input from Mr. Raghu Rai here. Mr. Raghu Rai, how do you see this development? Really, it is a setback for the Bhopal gas tragedy victims. Time and again, we have seen that their hopes have been crushed by the system in the country.
You see, I'll put it this way.